Because I know you're going to do your thing and start doing whatever.
Let's see what we looking like right here.
Oh, man.
What we looking like?
They say we live. We live?
I think we live, man.
Okay. I was trying to look for you on Facebook, but go ahead. I'm with you.
Hey, man, what's going on out there, Facebook, man? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. Willie Ray Johnson Jr. And I'm just hopping on this thing, man. I got my mentor on here. Let me see if I can turn and say something, man. Let the people hear you.
Hey, mic check, mic check. Hey, could everybody hear me?
There you go. There you go.
I'm trying to find you on this live so I can go ahead and share it on my Facebook.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm trying to get this thing popping.
But I am here, and whatever you need of me, I'm ready to rock and roll, and let's make it happen.
Okay, there you go. I see it right there. All right, we in there now, man. I'm looking at us. All
okay,
right.
then.
Hey, man. So check this out, Facebook, man. I'm just on here, me and my mentor, we was kicking a little knowledge, you know what I'm talking about? And I ain't know if y'all know or not, man, but doggone April is Financial Literacy Month, man. So what we want to do, man, is we got a plan that we are going to, for the next 30 days, man, we're going to be coming at y'all live. It's going to either be me and him or me and one of our other team members, man. We just want to try to bring something to y'all to kind of make you think, okay? Because like I said, financial literacy is something that everybody can benefit from, but so many people choose not to run to the knowledge and run away from it, okay? Now, Terrence, man, I just want to ask you a couple of questions real quick, man, because, I'm trying to be like you, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to talk about it, but I'm just trying to get my cash flow up to match your cash flow. You know what I'm talking
about? You so, already there.
What I want you to do, man, is I want you to just kind of tell us a little bit about you, man. Tell us about, your background. How did you come to get on this financial journey that you found yourself on?
Well, hey, that's easy, Willie. Be broke long enough. Be broke long enough. And I was broke for too long, way too long, and I just got tired of it. And once I got tired of it, guess what? It's biblical. Seek and you shall what? You shall find, right? So that's what I did, man. I did exactly what you did. Was I sought out for mentorship, and I got it. And once I got it and came up with a blueprint that was designed specifically for me, just like the same blueprint that you got that's specifically for you, and I started running with it. Yeah, I was in the military at that time. And like I always say, and you know my story, I had more months than I had money. So I had to reverse that because at the end of the month, I'm like, well, dang, I still got other bills to pay, but I didn't have no money to pay them. So I kept digging a hole, and I wanted to stop digging the hole. So I put down the shovel, and I jumped on, a webinar and conference calls with people who was talking or people who had the solution to what I needed. So I needed the education, and you're right. Financial literacy, the month of April is Financial Literacy Month. So what better time right now when everybody is in the storm? So this is the best time right now to start. As a matter of fact, Willie, I remember when I started, it was 2008, and it was a mini recession or whatever. And I had no idea what a recession even meant at that time. And I was 32 years young. And I'm looking at people here today, 40 years young, and a lot of people talking about they're bored. If you are bored, this is the best time to jump in and invest in you, because guess what? Willie, as we look around, we see some of these billion-dollar companies. Guess what? They might not make it after this. People look at the income all the time, right? And when they look at the income, guess what they're thinking? They thinking that, wow, that's a lot of money. Yeah, but just as sure as you got income, you got outcome. So if the outcome going out is more than the income coming in, that's a financial disaster. You see what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of people are going to look at. And they can look at right now because a lot of companies are not going to make it out of this situation. Willie, so military background, I did do 20 years and I was able to retire after 20. And guess what? The cash flow, like you mentioned earlier, is what's holding us up right now. And even if we didn't get income, the cash flow is long enough because we got this education, stuck to a blueprint and followed it. And that's how we get in the position that we in, Willie.
Hey man, that's hot. That's hot. But hey man, so let me ask you another question, man. You know, you brought up something in there that just kind of caught my attention. I just kind of want to get you to elaborate on it. See, so I try to tell people a lot of the time, man, that they think that because their paycheck says that they're making $100,000 a year, that they're actually making $100,000 a year. Can you break that down for us, man, and tell us how, in actuality, you're not really making $100,000? You more like 70, 75?
And you know what's so interesting about it? You don't even have to break it down to them. Here's what I always ask people, Willie. And if people be transparent with themselves, which I'm gonna just be honest with you, me growing up where I grew up from and my culture, we ain't gonna talk about money. Everybody wants you to think that they live in somewhere that they're not. Yeah, you you signed up for $100,000, but look at your pay stub, look at your LES. That's what I tell people. Do you see a difference in what you gross and what you actually net, what you bring home? Everybody say yes. So if it's a difference and if it's not 100,000, red flag should pop up. Where is the money going? Now, the biggest expense where I found out was most of the money, Willie, is going to taxes, federal taxes. That's, well, let's just say taxes is their biggest expense, okay? Because you got all sorts of taxes. You know, you got federal, which is a huge one. Some people have state, you know, you just got so many different taxes. But here's the cool thing about it. If they understood the tax code, I just don't believe a person in sound with a sound mind, Willie, will keep, you know, thinking they're making 100,000 a year. I don't think they'll keep losing that money if they knew how to stop losing it. See, the people just don't understand. But now, since everybody home being quarantined or whatever the case may be, this is the best time. And I'm glad that, you know, hey, we decided to do a video or go live and do a Zoom just so we can start helping people share knowledge and share the resources, what we're plugged into. And maybe if they want to plug in and learn, guess what, Willie? Now it's a prime opportunity.
Man,
you see what I'm saying?
I do, man. I do that. Hey, that's heavy right there, man. Because like you was just talking about earlier, man. Like I think that the current state that we're in right now, I think it has really caused a lot of people to really open their eyes and try to think about, hey, like, as what I'm doing going to be the answer as I move forward? You know, I know we always tell people that we'll never knock a job because, you know, you should use your job to fund your dream. You know, be satisfied with it. Wait a minute. Love your job, be satisfied with it, but don't be content with it. Always be looking to better yourself and put yourself in a better situation. So
exactly, because just think about it. Because of the job, and ain't nothing wrong with it, like you said, don't knock it, but it was designed for 40, 40, 40. You work 40 years of your life. My dad did it. You work 40 hours a week, and you supposed to retire off of 40% of what you were making and you were struggling. Come on now, you know that's wrong. So I like to say, Willie, life give us signs. If you see everything has stopped moving right now, it could be a reset. See, I hope people catching on to this sign. We've been seeing wrong for so long. Now that we see right, Willie, they're gonna question us and say we wrong. But guess what? You got gold, you washing your hand on the gold spouts over there. So you doing something right. How much debt has you eliminated? See, you eliminated how much?
Oh man, just using the plan, man, that you know you and some good people introduced me to, man. I've been able to pay off over $100,000 worth of debt, man. You know, me and my wife, we ain't doing too bad, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, we ain't on some people level when it comes to the cash flow though. I ain't gonna say no names though. You know what I'm talking about.
But did your cash flow increase?
Oh man.
And it will compound. So if you got rid of the debt, think about it. The money that you were spending on debt now is coming to you. I know what you're doing with it. See, you invest in it and it's gonna compound and it's gonna grow and leap, bounce forward and take you to places where you never would think you'll be at. But here's the point though, Willie. If people just start right now, I like, I was talking to you earlier because, the military, I'm just military minded. And I say we should start a scratch operation when it comes to our finances. People should start a scratch operation and start collaborating with people. Willie, have you noticed these people that really teach and talk money? I call out like Grant Cardone. I seen some things with him that he's doing with Kevin Hart, Magic Johnson. See, all them people are wealthy. They collaborate with it. See, a person who don't have an open mind to listen and collaborate with you, guess what? They bored right now, going through this, after this financial reset, if they look at it that way, when they come out, Willie, guess what? If they don't learn finances, they're going to be bored and broke, and even in a worse situation than they are right now today. Collaboration is key, Willie. If people would only collaborate, but teamwork make the dream work. And we already know when it's time to get wealthy, you need a team. That's why I'm glad to be part of your team.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to get on your level. Hey, and just to kind of ride your coattail right there, man. My grandpa used to tell me something a long time ago. I couldn't understand it then, but it made perfect sense now. That boy used to tell me, son, conversation rule the nation. You got to talk to people, man. You got to be willing to expand yourself. Step outside of what you know. Hey, that's some good stuff, man. But hey, check this out, man. We starting to get a little long here, and I don't want to take up too much time, but I just got one more question for you, man. Say that I was interested in getting into this scratch foundation that you actually talking about. What are some, do you have something that I could maybe plug into, or something that I could maybe listen to that will be able to give me a little bit more idea as to what you're talking about? Or say I wanted to get more information. What would you point me to? What would you send me to do, or send me to get that information from?
Okay. Well, just like me and you both, and we work together, we collaborate, we do calls. As a matter of fact, we're doing a call tonight. And if somebody rewatching this later on and like, oh man, I can't jump on tonight, it's cool. All you got to do is comment on this here video or wherever you seen it, get with Willie or whatever the case may be. And guess what? We do these we're going to do them at least once a week, and then we train them up on these calls. And it's a short overview, which teach them how to income shift, how to stop losing money, Willie. That's what people need to realize. Folks ain't never had no money problem. They make money. I mean, I don't think nobody going to work on a job for free. W-2, when I say job, not for free. So they don't have an income problem. They just don't know how to stop losing the money that they thought they was making. So we do virtual Super Saturdays, which we got one coming up this Saturday. And then, we got another one following that one the following Saturday. So the resources is out there. Really, what I found out about most people is it's not a problem with the resources. People just have a problem and they won't swallow their pride and they're not being resourceful. So it's all a mind, a mental, a mindset, shall I say. If people just renew their mind, the way they think, the way they see things, or let somebody help them transform the way they think, I promise you, they'll be in a better place. I promise you they'll be in a better place. But I do know right now, financially, everybody need to structure themselves differently when it comes to money and how they think about it. So we're doing one, I guess what, in about an hour, right? We're going to do a call in about an hour. It's going to be an overview. And then 30 minutes after that, guess what? It's going to be a live presentation that they can sit in and watch. So the resources are out there. You see what I'm saying? So all they got to do is just get with either me or you, or tune in, plug in tonight on Wednesdays, and they could get the blueprint. Because of Willie, this is how I see it, man. Since everybody's being institutionalized, guess what? Teach them, build an academy. And my dream and vision was to build an institution that would give everybody a blueprint, to build an organization that'll give everybody a blueprint. So at the end of the day, they could get money behind them and they could live their life according to God's purpose, whatever he put in them. But what's happening, Willie, most people have to work for the money. So they don't really have time to live their life on purpose. I'm speaking from experience where they kind of like got me shut down now because I can't do no more volunteer work out here in Alaska. But I love mentoring and coaching kids. But now I can't do it right now. But guess what? That's why I'm finna help other people really get a blueprint so they can live their life accordingly. Because when you living life on your own terms, you could be happy all the time because you ain't got to worry about somebody calling you, hey, you need to come back into work or you need to come back, you know. Now you just going through life on your purpose, if that makes sense. I know I was a little long-winded, but you know how I get, Willie.
Hey man, so just to recap real quick, man, you said that you and your team do a call every Wednesday night, right? So I'm not gonna disclose that information now because you always tell us, you give them enough to make them want to get more information. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're seeing this on my timeline on Terrence's and you want to get a chance to get in on this call tonight, make sure you go in the comments and drop information, man. We will get that out to you so you can get on the call tonight and hear this awesome information. I'm pretty sure Terrence got somebody lined up with a powerhouse testimony. And then on the 11th of April, man, we're doing a virtual Super Saturday. I mean, literally, all you got to do is sit down in front of your computer, your smartphone, iPad, whatever it is you got, and just listen and allow somebody else to teach you something that you probably don't know. You ain't got to leave your house. You can't really leave your house anyway. You're already quarantined. Make sure that you come out of this quarantine with a plan going forward for you and your money, man. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Hill, hey, thank you so much, man. It's been awesome. It's always a pleasure when I get to get with you. I'm gonna let you have the last word because I love it when you say that thing you say when you say what you say.
First stop. Hey, but like you said though, you are right. And also in the virtual Super Saturdays, we let people see the tools. See, you need the tools to do the work. Ain't nobody become financially successful without tools. So don't let nobody ever trick you or fool you into thinking that you could become financially successful without tools. But you already know what I say. Well, the biggest room in the world is that room for improvement. I hope whoever watching this, get with Willie, get your blueprint, and step in that room. Hey, I appreciate you for having me, brother.
Hey, man, you take it easy, man. I catch up with you here in just a little bit.
All well. Peace.
Peace.